I assure you, you got time, man. You just a bitch.
A lot of people got time, man. They just wasting the shit, man. You can always make money. You can make as much money as you fucking desire. You would never get time back. Let's talk about something real for a second. Over 50% of Americans don't even have over $1,000 in their savings. That's not just a statistic. That's stress. That's sleepless nights. And that's the reality for way too many of us. If you ever felt like you're just one unexpected expense away from disaster, you're not alone. But here's the thing. Staying stuck in that cycle isn't the answer. That's why I was so intrigued when I came across Brandon Carter's video. If you have less than $5,000 in your bank account, do this now. Is this the game changer we've been waiting for, or just another too good to be true? I don't know yet, but I'm about to find out, and you're coming with me. Brandon Carter, if you have less than $5,000 in your bank account, do this now.
This is what I want you to do if you got $5,000 in the bank or less. That is a goddamn emergency. And I'm gonna give you the game plan to stop being a motherfucking broke boy, and you are gonna come up immediately.
Starting off the video, he already making some bold claims. If we do what he tells us to do, we're gonna come up immediately. Let's see what he got to say.
Are gonna come up immediately. And there are a few things we need to do to accomplish this. The very first thing you're gonna do, all right, is you're gonna cut expenses aggressively. You gotta understand, man, less than $5,000 in the bank is a goddamn emergency. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna cut expenses immediately. And here's why. We need to get our income under control. The way you get rich is you gotta make more money than you spend and invest the difference.
That's some real ass shit right there. You're not gonna become a millionaire saving money. It's really not realistic. Instead of trying to save more money, you need to learn how to make more money. And one of the easiest ways, if you work a job, just pick up some more hours. Or if you already work a job and you can't pick up more hours, you could do other things to make money, like Uber, Lyft, DoorDash. Just trying to save more money is not really gonna get you anywhere, because life is only gonna get more expensive. So this right here is a good take right here.
Make more money than you spend and invest the difference.
Okay.
But you've been spending almost all your money. That's why you broke. So the first thing we want to do is start tracking expenses. We're going to start tracking expenses. And Monarch is really dope, honestly, because what you do is you link all your accounts, all your bank accounts, all your debit cards, your credit cards, your investment accounts, and link everything up to monarch.com. And it does a lot of the tracking for
Rocket, and it will help me track my spending. And it will show me like, hey man, this week you spent this more percentage than this week. Just by tracking your money, you're gonna be like, damn, that's what I be spending my money on. And when you can identify where your money is going, you can easily be like, okay, I could cut that. So tracking your money is a good way to save your money, because you're literally seeing what you're wasting your money on.
Once you have all your spending, first what we need to do is stop eating out. You know what I'm saying? You are going to buy no new shit. You are going to cut unnecessary shit. Fuck you doing with Netflix and no money? You don't make enough money to watch Netflix, loser. I don't watch Netflix, and I'm fucking filthy rich. This is all your subscriptions, all the bullshit, man. Because you are in an emergency situation, motherfucker. Next thing we're gonna do, remember, you got $5K in the bank. You are going to get a second job. Bitch, nigga.
If you wanna increase your net worth, you have to pick up more hours. If you're a young, able-bodied man, you should be working. This is what I heard from Myron Gaines. At least 80 hours a week. It can be 40 hours your regular job, 40 hours you doing DoorDash, Uber, Lyft. You know what I'm saying? Advice that Brandon Carter is giving right now. If you have under $5,000 in your bank account, get a second job. My second job right now, I'm not gonna lie, is YouTube. Yeah, I'm not monetized yet, but that's what I'm working towards, because I know if I get monetized, I can make money off of my passion. You may not want to do it, but to get something you never had, you're gonna have to do something you never did.
Motherfuckers be like, yo, man, I'm broke, man. I ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, man, you don't make enough money with your work? No. It's like, well, why don't you get another job? Oh, because, and I want to wring your fucking neck every time one of you broke boys tell me that shit. Because I've been there. I want to strangle you because I love you. If I didn't give a fuck about you, I wouldn't get emotional about it. Get a second job. And I went through this. After my father blew his brains out, shot himself in the head when I was 24. It was during the recession of 08, fucking worst financial recession since the Depression. Record unemployment. I couldn't get a job. Even though I had a college degree, I couldn't get a good job. Companies were going out of business. People were getting laid off. We had record levels of unemployment. I just said, fuck it. personal training in the morning. I worked security from 10 to 6. After work, I worked for a moving company. And then on the weekends, I trained people in the morning and I managed a restaurant. I was the weekend manager of a restaurant in Queens on Steinways, right? And I just worked 4 jobs. I just worked all day, every day. 2 years of doing that, I wasn't broke no more. Both of those years, I made over $100,000.
Personal story right there. He went through something traumatic, but he channeled that energy into making more fucking money. Sometimes it needs to get worse before it gets better. This nigga Brandon, when he was a young 24-year-old, was working 4 fucking jobs. And he said he was making over $100,000 a year. I believe that shit.
For those years, I made over $100,000 working blue collar jobs during a recession. You get what I'm saying?
During a recession.
Get another fucking job, bro. Y'all got advantages that I didn't have back in 08. Right? Let's say you can work overtime if you can, if your job allows it. You can drive Uber. It's like all you motherfuckers who are broke. I mean, why ain't you driving Uber after work? I would have loved to drive Uber instead of working for the moving company. It might have been less money, but it would have been way less strenuous on my back. What else can these motherfuckers do, man? Regular ass job. Delivery. I remember this one dude, man, he told me he was broke and he was, oh, you got a job? Like, nah. He's like, you doing Uber? Nah, man, you not doing Uber Eats? He was like, nah, man, I don't, blah, 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 blah. You might have to humble yourself, man. I was working for moving companies. I had a college degree. Sometimes you got to humble yourself if you broke, man. You can't have no money and pride. Fuck you proud of. Nah, man, you got to humble yourself. And that same day that motherfucker said that, the next day, it was a snowstorm in New York. I was living in Manhattan on the Upper West Side. I was hungry, so I was going to order breakfast. And yo, man, a motherfucking chick, this chick walked in the snowstorm to deliver my breakfast. And I was like, yo, man, this chick is hustling harder than most of you motherfucking dudes. Anyway, delivery, get a second job. All right, boom. Work after work. If you done at 5, man, work from 5 to 9. You know what I'm saying? You broke. I don't want to hear nothing about enjoying life. How much life you enjoying with $500,000, man? I wouldn't be able to enjoy shit. It'd be difficult for me to sleep. I'd be panicking.
Some people are just too comfortable, man. Their lives are just too good. Bills paid for, refrigerator always filled with food. Have to really want it. You don't rise to your ambitions, fall to your standards. So you need to literally heighten your fucking standard. And he's literally just saying, man, if you could work after work, work after work. I work from 9 to 6. I get home, take a shower, pray, and then from about like 9 to like 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm working on my YouTube. Cause I know once this shit pays off, it's gonna fucking pay off exponentially.
I'd be panicking. You need to get serious. Work after work, work on the weekends. Stop fucking around, man. Oh, in order to do this shit, you're gonna have to start planning in your calendar. Plan every day your calendar. Right? You're going to have to structure. You're going to have a bedtime. You're going to have to wake up time. I still worked out when I had 4 jobs. Granted, it was easier because I was a trainer. So I worked out with my clients. I still fucking got 7 hours sleep a night. I know for a fact you motherfuckers watching this, clicked on this because you have $5,000 in the bank. You motherfuckers, you've logged more Call of Duty hours than me this year. The screen time on your phone looks way different than mine. I assure you, you got time, man. You just a bitch.
A lot of people got time, man. They just wasting the shit, man. You could always make money. You can make as much money as you fucking desire. You would never get time back. If you use your time correctly, you learn new things that can make you even way more money. Just use your time fucking correctly. And plan out your day. Because when you do plan out your day, instead of you just guessing what the fuck you're gonna do, you know what you're gonna do. Your day is just way more structured. Don't be so fucking ambitious, plan your day so fucking crazy. No, plan your day out doing the things that you know you can do. See how your day plays out, and then you start raising your standards. When you put the things on your list that you know that's possible, and then you follow it, you're like, okay, I could do this. Let's try to do some more things. And then that's where you really test yourself. When you test yourself, that's where growth occurs. First day, make it simple. You don't gotta go all crazy, but really start planning out your day. It helps me feel a lot more productive.
You got time, man. You just a bitch. And the next thing you need to do is you have to build your skills. Build a high income skill. You got to learn some sort of skill, man. Off the top of my head, something I can come up with is sales, video production, or editing.
Bro, that's so fucking crazy. That nigga literally just saved my life. I do work a sales job. The video shit. Guess what I'm doing right now? And editing. I edit my own fucking videos and I make my own thumbnails. You have to learn a high income skill. And another skill I'm about to learn the electrician trade. Once I actually get into it, there's gonna be a lot more vlogs. You need to learn a high value skill. Something that you could actually make money off of consistently. If I wanted to, I could make money off of making thumbnails for people. If I wanted to, I can make money off of editing videos. But I don't got the fucking time. I don't want to put in the fucking effort. It's already a drag. It's not a drag, but it's already work that I gotta edit and make my own thumbnails. I do not got the fucking time in the world to do it for some other person just for $20-$30. That's just not fucking happening. I'd rather do it for myself. No, I don't gotta pay nobody else. So when I actually get monetized off this shit, I can pump out as many videos as I fucking want, and I don't have to rely on nobody.
Yo, production
Me
or
right now.
editing.
Me right
Something that
now.
people will pay you for.
For real.
Media buying, like if you can learn how to do ads, learn how to run ads. I know people who are like multimillionaires and they're just ad buyers. They run people's social media their ads, like Facebook ads, Instagram ads. Social media management, online fitness. My first business, I was an online trainer. After I was working those first 4 jobs, I had the idea, hey man, what if I start training people online instead of in person? And it was more difficult back then because there weren't as many social medias to do the marketing, and nobody was showing you how to do it. All of us who started online training back in 09, we had to invent it, right? I was one of the pioneers.
It's all about time. If you put the time in, you can learn fucking anything. Honestly, if you don't want to become some freaking fitness trainer, you can become a trainer for fucking anything. Just learn a skill, become very good at it, show people you're very good at that skill, and say, hey, I could train you for this amount of money. One skill that I may want to do, me personally, I am a fucking sharpshooter. I am going to become one of the best 3-point shooters in the world. I'm going to spend so much time. Once I get my own court and shooting machine, I'm going to put nothing but time into learning from ground up how to shoot a basketball. I'm going to advertise that I am one of the best shooters in the world. And once I get some people's attention, I'm like, hey, I could train you guys how to become a really good basketball 3-point shooter. I will make you a shooter. So learn the skill, become really good at it, advertise how good you are at it, and then say, hey, I could train you.
I've always had an affinity for fitness. I've always been in love with it, so it didn't feel like
fitness.
work.
Learn something that does not feel like work.
Now you have to learn. You have to study. I mean, there's a lot of free resources online, right?
Is.
But you can get books, courses, YouTube, get a mentor. Probably have to pay him. In fact, you want to pay a mentor, right? Anything that's important to me, I don't let people do it for free. Like if somebody wants to do something for free for me, I'm like, I'm gonna pay you because I need them to take it seriously. Otherwise, they think they're doing you a favor and they're gonna fucking do it when they get around to it. And build the high income skill. And then once you have the high income skill, then you want to leverage that skill for money. But you got to work your way up here. You got to remember, you're starting at the fucking bottom. You got $5,000, right? So very soon you cut expenses aggressively. Get another fucking job. You got to get out of this emergency situation, build yourself a cushion. Then you got to build a high income skill. Then you want to start leveraging that skill for money. Where you can do that is, get a better job, right? And then maybe you got a skill now, you can get a better job. Maybe you don't have to drive Uber all the time. Start a business with your new skills, right? If you're not good at anything, how you gonna start a business? Who's gonna pay you? Who's gonna pay you to do something bad? Nobody. You're gonna be a scammer. If you're not good at something, you try to sell a service that's something you're not good at. That's how scammers are made.
You scam somebody, life's gonna scam your ass real quick.
Remember, like all this takes time. Like if you're broke, the only resource you probably have is time. And that's why it goes right back. You're gonna have to get even more aggressive with your calendar. And I have another video on time management that you should watch right after this to show you exactly how you can start managing your time better. I know I made a lot of jokes. I talked kind of cruel. I may have sounded like I didn't give a fuck about you, but I really do care, right? Like if you motherfuckers are broke, you don't have to be broke in a first world country. Humble yourself, cut expenses, get that second job, right? Start building that skill. And then once you have the skill, you can start making some more money. All right.
That's King Keto right there. Ending thoughts of the video. He basically say, if you're broke, you most likely have time. The main reason you probably broke, you was not using that time effective. The first thing you have to do is cut your expenses. You're gonna have to work more. If you're already working a job, see if you can work overtime. If you can't work overtime at your job, go ahead and start freelancing. There's so much freelance work you could do. DoorDash, Uber Eats, and don't even say you can't do. You could do DoorDash on a fucking bike, not an electrical bike, a regular fucking bike. There is money out there to be made. You just have to want it. Learn a high income skill and then leverage that skill so you can make money off of it. It's not gonna happen overnight if you put in the fucking work consistently. $5,000 and a year from now would be nothing. Nothing to you. Nothing. A year will be nothing to you. And plan out your day. A loss for Nas. Make sure to follow my socials right there. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one.